At the beginning of the story, we see a NASA space capsule crash landing. Astronaut Sam was inside. The rescue team immediately pulled her out, put her on a boat, and took her to the hospital. A little while later, when Sam regained consciousness, she felt very dizzy. She looked around and saw a pen floating in the air. When she tried to touch it, some people suddenly entered the room, and when she looked again, it was lying on a tray. Then suddenly, she started vomiting. The doctor explained that hallucinations occur in a condition like hers. This is very normal. They asked Sam some questions to understand her mental state. When Sam told them about the pen, the doctor said, "You've been living without gravity for so long, you've gotten used to seeing things floating. Don't worry so much." Her hand was slightly swollen but not broken. It was probably injured during landing. They asked Sam what had happened. Sam explained that Mission Control had given her a specific location and everything was going well. But then perhaps her space capsule hit something and she fainted during the rapid descent. The doctor said something had punctured the capsule. Her helmet was also broken. It might have been a piece of meteor floating in space. They sent particles from her suit for testing. Later, Sam's husband, Mark, and Izzy visited her. But due to quarantine, she could only communicate behind a glass. Her father, William, also came. She was told that the government would investigate alongside NASA because as soon as her space capsule entered Earth, a very strange frequency was detected. The government arranged a special home for Sam where she could recover comfortably away from news reporters. Dr. Michelle took Sam there and showed her the house. She explained that the government had purchased this place in the 1950s for weapons testing and now used it to house important personnel. A telescope had also been installed outside so Sam wouldn't miss the space. When Sam tried to use the telescope, a loud noise made her feel a headache. She also began seeing strange images. Michelle consoled her and explained that this was normal. She told Sam not to worry too much if she had a slight nosebleed or strange floating objects. It would take some time to recover. Get some rest. She would be tested in 2 months, and only then would she be assigned her next mission. Doctors came to check on her every morning. One day, Sam had a severe headache but no fever. She removed the bandage from her arm and saw a very bad bruise. Then, as she was putting away some things, her nose suddenly started bleeding. Just then, she received a video call from her friend Val. While talking, Sam fell silent and stared outside. Sam, look, where are you looking?" Sam's attention suddenly shifted and she said, "I think there's someone outside." When she switched cameras, a shadow passed by. Belle told her to keep her symptoms to a minimum so they could send her back to work sooner. After the call, the lights in the house flickered and a loud noise came from her room. Sam went inside and saw water and mud on the ground and the door was open. She went outside and looked at the forest through a telescope. Something moved, but then disappeared. She picked up a stone and threw it at the spot where the movement had occurred, but in reality, something was on the roof of her house. Then the same strange sounds came to her mind again, and she saw memories of people and the crash site. The next morning, when Sam woke up, she noticed that the bandage on her hand was gone, and the scar had grown even bigger. While she was making breakfast, she saw an egg floating in the air. When she touched it, the egg started to move, but even when she let go, it remained in the air. But as soon as the doctors arrived, her attention was distracted and the egg suddenly fell and broke. It meant she was in the air. The doctors ran several tests on her again. She felt a jolt in her leg during exercise, but she said, no, it's okay. After the tests, Sam felt tired and did some icing. Michelle said the tests were a little difficult, but they were necessary for NASA. She asked if there were any symptoms, but Sam, following her friend's advice, lied, saying everything was fine. After the doctors left, Sam called Mark. She said, "Once I'm completely well, we'll go on a family trip." Mark refused. He said, "Izzy will get confused for no reason. She'll think we're together, everything's fine. Then when we divorce, she'll be shocked." Sam felt bad. He said, "It's not certain we'll divorce yet. We were just talking." Their conversation reveals that Izzy is adopted, and Sam and Mark are drifting apart because Sam is preoccupied with her work. She has no time for Mark or Izzy. Just then, Izzy shows up and shows her a drawing of people in space. Later, while wandering through the woods, Sam hears the same loud noise again. She begins to see visions of people coming looking for her. When everything calms down, she finds a wire underground.
She follows it and reaches a rock. When she picks it up, she realizes it's fake. There's a camera inside. She begins to follow the wires. He pointed out a hidden room, accessed behind furniture. Downstairs, there was a large area where very important people were hidden. William turned on the computer and footage from all the cameras appeared on the screen. He explained that in an emergency, the house could shut itself down. A very solid layer would form over it. The house also had self-defense systems installed. This house can even attack the enemy, but you won't need them. When William left, the screens suddenly malfunctioned. Sam looked at her hand. The scar had reached her arm. She took a photo and sent it to Val to see what had happened. Val said it would heal properly after icing it. That evening, Sam was relaxing in the jacuzzi. Suddenly, the wind stopped and Sam heard strange noises coming from the forest. Just a second later, the wind began to pick up again. Frightened, Sam went inside. She called Mark, but he didn't answer. Then suddenly, the lights started blinking. Sam grabbed a flashlight and went to the balcony, but she saw nothing unusual. When she returned, the lights were completely off and a strange monster was standing in the doorway. Sam was momentarily shocked. When she looked again, the monster had disappeared. The lights came back on and Sam opened the door. She looked around with the flashlight in her hand but found nothing. Sam went back inside, activated the alarm, and locked the door. On her way to the bedroom, the house's AI announced that someone had entered the house and a lockdown was initiated. Metal panels rose, blocking all the doors and windows, locking Sam inside. She immediately tried to call from her phone, but the towers wouldn't pick up. Then the same shrill screaming sound began to hurt her ears. Sam turned around when she heard a voice behind her, but there was nothing there. A roar came from a nearby room, and Sam, terrified, ran downstairs. The monster was rapidly approaching her. The noises grew louder, so Sam went to the light switches and pressed all the buttons, but nothing happened. The exit door wouldn't open. Then the door handle in the room started shaking, but as soon as Sam shone the flashlight up, it stopped.
Sam explained that there seemed to be some problem with the generator. William said, "Yes, I heard about the power outage. I've sent my people to work." Sam then told him privately that there was a creature in the house. William said he would check the security footage. Sam's tests resumed. Michelle examined his wounds and said, "These don't look like normal wounds. I'll make an x-ray appointment for you." Sometime later, Mark and Izzy visited Sam. William was spending time with his granddaughter. Mark and Sam went to the woods for a private conversation. Sam told Mark that she saw a creature that wasn't from this world. She thought she might have brought an alien with her, as her mission was to send a signal into space. Mark was about to say something when Izzy arrived. William and Sam then went to check the cameras. The cameras started glitching at the moment Sam had seen the monster, but there was no monster on the grass. William said, "Son, you're overthinking it. You need to rest." Rest. While William went upstairs, Sam had the computer scan the entire house. The computer detected 9 people, including the family and William's family. A little while later, Izzy, Mark, and Sam went for a walk in the woods. Mark and Sam were talking when they heard a strange noise, and Izzy suddenly disappeared. They began searching for Izzy. Suddenly, Izzy appeared behind them holding a dead insect. Insects in all the bushes in the woods started making a shrill noise. One insect crashed into a tree. Slightly frightened by this, they ran back to the house. Thousands of insects emerged from the woods. The family hid inside, and all the insects clung to the windows, completely blocking the lights. After a while, the insects were gone and the window panes became very sticky. However, many dead insects were lying beneath the windows. The cleaning team arrived and a NASA officer said that this didn't seem normal. Sam asked the lab for an update on their capsule tests, but the results hadn't come back yet. Mark and Izzy left for now, but Mark said he would come at night. Then Sam started feeling something strange about her foot. When she took off her shoe, her nail was bleeding. She went to the bathroom and took off her socks and saw that the wound had spread all the way to her foot. As soon as she touched the nail, it came off, and she screamed. She bandaged her foot and applied ice. Now the lights started flickering again, so Sam placed a table in front of the door. She looked up reports on strange insect incidents on the internet. The wound had spread from her palm to her shoulder. The lights began to flicker again, so Sam activated the alarm and ran downstairs. Strange noises were heard everywhere. Just then, Mark called. He said he was coming. Sam asked if she was a good mother. Mark was a little confused. The lights were flickering on and off repeatedly, and the AI announced a lockdown had been initiated. Sam told Mark that something was inside the house. The sounds grew closer. Sam was heading towards the bunker when she felt a sharp pain in her back and she groaned in pain, falling down the stairs. Something like a sticky gel hit her hand. She realized her phone was broken. Hearing noises coming from upstairs, Sam went to the computer. The computer scan revealed that there was another person in the house. The cameras started malfunctioning and the monster appeared inside. Sam turned off the screens. The computer scanned again and reported 2 people on the upper floor. Sam pressed more buttons and smoke began billowing from the ceiling. She headed for the kitchen where the sounds returned. Terrified, she hid under some furniture and saw the monster in the shadows of the oven. The monster didn't see Sam and left. When she ran for the door, another monster appeared, forcing her to hide again. As soon as the monster left, Sam ran out the door. Sam hid in the bathroom and barricaded the door with furniture. Her injured arm began to ache. She removed the bandage and found something strange on her skin. The monsters were trying to break the door. Sam then hid in the shower area. Then she noticed a vent. She immediately kicked the panel open and entered through it. Outside, Mark and Izzy approached the house. They saw that the building was on lockdown. Mark tried to call Sam, but the call didn't connect. So he got out of the car and went to check. Izzy noticed something nearby and ran out on her own. Mark followed her and saw Izzy pointing a finger at a light in the distance in the forest. Meanwhile, Sam returned to the corridor through the vent and quickly climbed the stairs, but a monster grabbed her leg, causing her to fall down. After a brief struggle, Sam kicked the monster's claw away and quickly ran away. Sam hid in another hole between the walls. The markings on her body began to glow brightly. After a while, she found a staircase and climbed out of it into the forest. As she ran through the trees, the markings on her body began to glow. She could hear dangerous sounds from all over the world, but she didn't hear her family who were searching for her. William arrived near the road with his entire team and weapons. He reminded them that they were facing an intelligent entity. He had observed everything on the cameras and explained to his team that whatever this creature was, it wasn't an animal. Those creatures could be very intelligent. The soldiers checked the rest of the house and William went up to the bunker where he found everything scattered. In the woods, Sam fell to the ground and the monster's voices grew closer. Sam began begging for her life. "Please let me go." Suddenly, a creature gently lifted its face and looked at her with loving eyes. The creature asked in its own language, "Can you understand me?" Sam was surprised, understanding every word. More creatures like it arrived. The first creature said they missed her very much. Sam asked, "Who are you?" The creature replied, "We're your family." This confused Sam. Then, the creature placed its forehead on Sam's forehead and said, "Remember." Sam's earlier visions came back clear. It turned out Sam was an alien himself and his family had crashed on Earth many years ago. When William's team tried to capture them, the aliens fled. In this chaos, Sam became separated from her family. Using a device, she transformed herself into a human. When William found her, she looked exactly like a little girl. When William couldn't find her parents, he adopted her. Her alien family never stopped searching for her. They knew this fake form would disappear in a few years, and they were the ones who came to disturb her capsule. In the present, Mark and Izzy find Sam surrounded by aliens in the woods. Izzy is a little frightened by the sight of her mother's glowing body. Sam assures Izzy that no one will harm her. Just then, William arrives, explaining that he always knew what she was. He deliberately made Sam an astronaut and then sent her on that special mission so that her entire family would see her. Now he wanted to capture all the aliens at once, so he called his team. William told Sam to tell his comrades to surrender, but Sam refused. When William pulled out his gun, Mark knocked him to the ground and punched him 2 or 3 times. At that moment, Sam's human form vanished, and she completely transformed into her alien form. The soldiers were approaching, so Mark told Sam to run for her life. He extended his hand, and Sam touched his hand with her paw. Then Sam fled into the jungle with her alien family. By the time the soldiers arrived, the aliens had fled Earth in a dazzling spaceship.
If you like what we do here, please like the video and subscribe to this channel to keep us motivated. See you on the next video.